and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having a really lovely week so far. Today I'm here with my March favourites, which is a little bit overdue, but I'm excited to show you so many of these products because I have been literally, sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I could show you like my March favourites at the beginning of the month because I love this stuff already. But there is absolutely loads that I want to show you, and these products have been rocking my world this month. So let's get into it. I'm going to kick things off with Olaplex. Now, this has kind of made waves in the UK over the last year, and I was first introduced to it about, I'd say it's got to be nearly a year ago now. Obviously, I've gone from black to blonde, and that's going to do a little bit of damage to the hair. It's just something that you expect, but what you can do is you can bring the hair back from that damage. You can sort of look after it and take care of it and ensure that you're not doing any more damage and you're just sort of working towards repairing it. Olaplex is a treatment that you can have done in salon, and this is actually the one that you can do at home to prolong the effects of the Olaplex. So what Olaplex actually does is it restores the strands of hair by linking the bonds back together. You can have it done when you have your hair cut or coloured, or you can literally just pop into the salon and have it done, and you will notice a difference instantly. I think you can have it done in places like Daniel Galvin, and I'm not sure what the hairdressers is called in Liberties, but you can have it done there as well. And I personally try and have this treatment as often as possible, and I've actually been using the at-home one regularly. And what I do with this is I put it all over the ends of my hair and literally just tie it up in a knot like I do with most of my hair masks, and I sleep with it on. They say to leave it on for 10 or more minutes, so for me that means a whole night. The bottle is obviously quite small, which for me isn't great because I have so much hair that I get through them really quickly, but I'm always stocking up on it because it's just an essential. Along with my coconut oil, I feel like this has really been a fundamental factor in me being able to get my hair to this point without it being damaged, because people always say that my hair is in such good condition, and even though it's had so many colour treatments and so much bleach, it still doesn't look bad. So if you are looking into going lighter or having more bleach put on your hair, or you feel like your hair is a little bit damaged from like chemicals and colour and stuff like that, speak to your hairdressers about Olaplex, because it literally has revolutionised the way that hairdressers can colour your hair and the end results as well, and what it does to your hair. So that is one that you should definitely look into if that is your goal, especially with it coming up to the warmer months. A lot of people tend to go lighter with their hair, so have a look into Olaplex. Next up is a styling tool from GHD, but not the usual styling tool that you're used to. It's not the straighteners. This is the GHD Aura hairdryer, which is one of their professional styling tools. And this had actually been under my bed for a good few months. And I'd used it once and I'd kind of felt like it didn't seem to pick up my hair enough and it didn't seem to dry it very quickly. And I was kind of thinking to myself, am I using it right? Is it the right hairdryer for me? And then I decided to give it a second chance a couple of months ago. And I've realised that drying your hair is not about blast drying it in the quickest way possible. It's actually about taking care of your hair in the process. And what the GHD Aura has is it has really like concentrated air, which means that when you're drying a certain section of your hair, it's not blowing the rest of it all over the place. It's really concentrated, and that means that you get the smoothest style possible. It's also really quiet and light to use as well. So what I tend to do is to use it at the root of my hair to ensure that I get as much volume as possible there, and then towards the ends I tend to use it to smooth out a little bit. So what I'm not doing anymore is just rigorously drying my hair. I'm actually taking time, and it also minimises the styling time that I would then do with my straighteners, because the GHD Aura actually means that I end up with a glossier finish and a more finished finish, I guess. Something that is easier for me to style with my straighteners without doing too much straightening, which can take out the volume of your hair. I'm starting to realise that it is really beneficial to use professional styling tools on your hair, much like you do with hair care as well. I try and use as much professional hair care as possible because I feel like you're not going to get a salon look style without using salon grade products and tools. So this is something that's really changed up my hair styling routine, and it just meant that I'm being a lot kinder to my hair, and I can also dry my hair when Ali is in bed because it's so quiet that he can't hear it. So I think that this is a really great tool, especially for people with lots of hair that don't want to necessarily spend too much time styling it, but also don't want to lose the volume in their hair, and also for those that tend to dry their hair in the mornings like I do. And finally in hair care is the L'Oreal Professional Wet Domination by Techniart Shower Shine. Now this product is meant for creating those wet look styles that were all over the catwalks at one point. but I have been using this just as a bit of a gloss to my waves, so it still gives it that shine and that sort of brilliance, but it also has an element of hold as well, so I'm not spraying it onto the waves of my hair and then the waves of my hair are falling out, which is the most annoying thing when you've just spent hours doing your hair. So I've been spraying this all over my hair when I finish, just as a quick fix and a quick shine spray as well. I haven't used it in the wet look style, but I've been really loving it as a natural, long-lasting sort of gloss to my hair, but then also it gives the element of hold. Again, it's a L'Oreal Professional product because at the moment I'm really sort of leaning to the more professional hair care. I want to always be aiming to create those salon professional looks, but be able to do it at home. But yeah, this was a little gem that I found in my beauty box, and I've been using it absolutely every single time I've styled my hair, so yeah, I thought I would give that a quick mention as well. So that's it for hair. Now let's get into makeup, because I've got so many products that I have been loving throughout March. Now you would have seen this product all over my Snapchat and my Twitter. I went nuts when I bought this. Susie from Hello October put this on her Snapchat as well, and I saw it and it just looked beautiful, and I literally went straight out and bought it in Selfridges. This is the Guerlain eyeliner and it is incredible. It has an incredible price tag to match, but I bought this myself, I would buy it again myself, and I honestly can't see another eyeliner rivaling this one. It gives you almost a black satin gloss finish to your eyeliner that does not budge all day, which is the worst thing when it comes to eyeliners. I cannot bear when I've spent a day in London and I get home and my eyeliner is cracked and it's flaked, or it's literally just rubbed off or worn off, or it's gone that sort of grey colour. That never ever happens with this. It's like a tattoo for your eyeliner that you can wash off easily at the end of the day. You don't have to rub loads, it comes off easily, but it just doesn't wear throughout the day. It costs, I think, £38, which is astronomical for an eyeliner. But as I said, for me, it's been worth every single penny. I've got it on at the moment, and I feel like the flicks of my makeup are really prominent, and I know that I'm not gonna have to reapply at any point during the day. And the finish is just beautiful. Not to mention that the application brush is just so smooth. It's almost like you're painting. It's so beautiful. We can't talk about it without mentioning the packaging though. Everything with Guerlain packaging is just beautiful, and the eyeliner is no exception. It's just stunning, and it would look absolutely perfect on your dressing table. So if you are looking for an eyeliner that is going to rock your world this month, I strongly suggest you just trust me on this one and you spend £38, because it is incredible. If you're feeling risky, I have popped a link to it down below, but hand on heart, I trust this eyeliner enough that you're going to be happy that you spent the money. Next up is the Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer from Urban Decay. Now, I'm very, very particular when it comes to my under eye makeup. I like a really flawless finish, a quite bright, in fact I like the brightest finish possible. I go for concealers that no makeup artist would ever recommend for me, but I love the finished result that I go for. So when I picked this up, I did ask for the lightest shade that they had, and I think this is the lightest shade. It's called Light Warm. And it is very, very light, and it is such a wonderful coverage, and it just leaves me with this really bright under eye, and I set it with a translucent powder, and it honestly lasts me all day. It doesn't bleed into the cracks around my eyes, and it just makes me feel like I always look awake. I'm wearing it at the moment. I'm not sure if the lighting will allow you to see how beautiful and bright my under eyes are, if I do say so myself. It's just a really good concealer that doesn't dry out your under eyes, and I would definitely suggest it if you really like the bright under eye look. Just make sure that you do get it in the light colour, because it's incredible. Next up is this weird looking brush that looks like I'm going to either brush my teeth or brush a horse with it or something. I have no idea. But this is the Artis Fluenta Oval 8 brush that I picked up in Phoenix on Bond Street, and I picked it up because I'd seen lots of people going on about it, and I think the lady that does my nails, she got one as well, and she was like, oh my god Lydia, you need this brush in your life. And I was looking everywhere for the right size. I think it was either the 7 or the 8 that I was supposed to get, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I checked Space NK, I was checking the website daily, I was checking Net-a-Porter, and I couldn't get it. And then I walked into Phoenix and they had it there. So I literally grabbed it and paid for it there and then. And then I got home and I used it, and I was a bit like, I couldn't get the technique right of it. It was just such a foreign movement to be doing. I felt like I was sort of being too careful with it, and really I just needed to go all in. Decided to swat up on some YouTube videos on it, and now I am completely converted. This is one of the best things to happen to my makeup routine, and I cannot wait to film an updated makeup routine because this has just changed everything. My foundation application nowadays is just, it takes seconds. It's so quick. I just pop the product straight down the middle of the brush and I literally just wipe it all over my face. And you think that you're not doing it right because surely you're going to be taking all the product with you, but it leaves you with this perfect, natural, almost airbrushed finish, and the coverage is great, it's all even, and it takes no time at all. It's literally like and you're done. It's so quick and it's so brilliant. This is the most expensive brush that I have ever had in my life. This cost me like £68 and I nearly threw up at the counter because I didn't think it was going to be that much. You know, when you buy something and it's like so much, you didn't even check the price tag because you were like, oh, it's fine, I really want this, and then you get to the counter and they're like, that's £68 please, and you're like you like hand over your card, you don't really want to pay for it, but I did, and I'm glad I did. I do think that this might be the more expensive one. It might be a limited edition one because it came in like a fancy velvet box and stuff like that, so there may be cheaper options on the market. I know that a lot of brands have been bringing out their own sort of styles of these brushes. I think MAC's got them, I know that By Terry's got them, but whether or not they do them in such a big size, I'm not sure. But this size is absolutely perfect. It looks massive, but if you think about it, it's kind of the same size as the Beauty Blender. So yeah, it works really well for me and I absolutely love it. And finally, in makeup, you would have seen this one on my blog, and if you haven't checked that out, it's lydiaelisemillen.com. I did a blog post all about my top 3 highlighters, and this one featured as pretty much my favourite. This is the By Terry Sun Designer palette, and it is in light and tan vibes, which is just perfect for my complexion at the moment. I've been more focusing at this side of the package, and when I opened this earlier, I stuck my nail into the more blush tone, which I'm devastated about because this palette is not only incredible, but it's also beautiful. The owner of By Terry actually takes a lot of inspiration from her love of art. This is all inspired by her favourite artist, and you just have to give credit to them because the whole brand has created such beautiful products and there's so much thought behind them, and I just absolutely love the brand. I'm not even sorry for featuring another product from them because I just keep finding more. I'm actually wearing a mix of the 2 highlighters at the moment. This one down here is more of a peachy pearlescent one, and I'm pretty sure they told me that it actually has extract of pearl in it. Don't quote me on that, but I think that is the case. And up here is a more sort of tanned, glowy highlight, which I just sort of mix in gently with this as I work my makeup into the more sort of warmer tones for spring and summer. It's so beautiful. There's none of that powderiness. It gives you that like sheen, and it's very natural, and whenever I wear it, everyone's always like, what is that highlighter? It's incredible. This is a fairly new release for By Terry, but you can find this on Net-a-Porter, and I think they have it on very exclusive as well, so I'll pop some links to this down below. Because it's a palette and it does have 6 products in it, it is more expensive, but you are getting 6 products in it, so although it seems expensive, you are getting quite a lot. But something tells me that this is going to be my palette for this summer. So that is everything for makeup. Now we're going to move on to the one product that I have adopted in my skincare routine recently. Okay, so this is the Clarisonic Smart Profile, and this is a face brush but also a body brush. This is the most expensive one in the Clarisonic range. It retails for about £199. It has 4 speeds and they are changeable with the interchangeable brushes, so they respond to the brush that's put on and they know the speeds that should be used. So this one that I have on is for my face, and I've not actually used this for my body yet. I tend to use a exfoliating mitt, so I'm not sure how I would get on with using this as a body brush. But as a facial brush, this has revolutionised my skincare routine. I have tried other facial brushes. I've had the Magnetone and I absolutely hated it. Every time I used it, it like redecorated my bathroom with product. It was just flicking it everywhere. It was messy. What I tend to do is I remove my eye makeup using a micellar water or a lily water or something like that, and I just get rid of all of the black and the mascara and the eyeliner, and then I massage in my favourite cleanser at the moment. I massage that all over my face, then I wet the brush and I shake off the excess water, and then I pop a little bit more cleanser onto the brush, and I start off by sweeping circular motions across my forehead for 20 seconds, and then as the Clarisonic beeps I move down onto my nose and I start buffing that area as well. Then I move on to my mouth area, and I do over my lips actually, because I have that kind of lips that need to be exfoliated, otherwise they look disgusting, and I go around my mouth like that. And then when the Clarisonic beeps again, it decelerates slightly and I go onto my cheek areas, and then obviously I rinse the product off and I give the brush a clean. And that is when you look in the mirror and see why I continue to reach for this. It leaves me with the most beautiful, clean, buffed, glowing skin that I've ever had. I mean, obviously I don't really get a lot of spots at all, but sometimes I can get some clogged pores, a little bit of congestion, and that has most definitely decreased. And you know that I don't say that unless it's actually happened. I'll never tell you that a product does something that it doesn't. And from speaking to other girls when it comes to their spots, they have always said that facial brushes make a massive difference. To begin with, you can experience a little bit of a breakout, but that's really short-lived, and then you go on to have a lot clearer skin. That is just the general gist of what I've heard from other girls that do have problematic skin. So that was the only thing in skincare this month. Now on to fashion. I thought I would give a quick mention to this top. I picked this up when I was in Notting Hill for a meeting the other day. I walked into Marge, and I'd never ever bought anything from Marge before. I used to go in there and look, and I never really found anything that fitted my style, but when I popped in there the other day, they were so lovely in the Notting Hill store as well, just so nice and so helpful. And I tried this on and I thought I would wear this absolutely loads during summer. This is quite similar to the Boohoo top that I had on my blog not long ago. However, it's a lot longer in its length, and also the sleeves are attached differently, which means that when you lift your arms up, they don't pop up. So it's a lot more convenient and a lot more sort of sturdy. It's my favourite style of top for summer, so that was why I thought this is going to be the perfect one for me, because I'm going to be comfortable in it, it's not going to annoy me, and it's also going to look really nice as well. And then the final thing in fashion is this pair of Gucci sunglasses. These are so old. I can't, these have got to be nearly 3 years old, and they've been hanging on my sunglasses stand for so long. In fact, one of the G's has even come off of them, and I don't think that that's supposed to happen when you buy designer things. The other one's on its way out as well. The other G is like starting to scratch off. But I just took them off of my sunglasses stand the other day, and I popped them on when I was shooting a blog post, and you guys went nuts for them, and now I can't stop wearing them, and I just kind of feel like I actually really do like them, and they're going to be great for summer because they're absolutely massive. I only really wear big sunglasses in summer. So that is everything. Oh my god, there was so much stuff. I'm so sorry. I'm going to try and cut this down so much. But that is my March favourites all done and dusted. I hope you guys are excited for it to now be spring. I'm literally in such a good mood all the time. I feel like spring really affects me like this, and I just love it. So I'm excited for it to get a little bit warmer now as well. And please don't forget to subscribe. We hit 50,000 the other day, and I'm over the moon about that. I can't believe it. I'm so excited, and I just want to say thank you and hello to all of the new people that have followed recently. And as always, don't forget that you can follow me on Snapchat, Twitter and Instagram. I'm always doing things over there. There's always so much going on, and I know that I only upload like twice a week, so if you want to have a little bit more from me, more of my daily life, then you can find that on Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter. So come and say hi. But I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!